Guys, Anna Anders, humbly here, Easter Sunday, another shout out. A shout out to my mother, Sheila Kazmarchik, and my grandmother, Myrtle Myers, and to all my ancestors, to all my relatives, to all my relations, if you will. To the women who inspired me, and not only myself, my own domestic violence situation, but to the women in my domestic violence support groups that inspired me so much to want to make these peace flags, and also to inspire me to investigate and research what was really happening. I'm humbly Anna Anders, one of the many founders of ForGlobalPeace.com. Lately, my grandmother's energy has been coming to me, and that would be Myrtle Myers. Myrtle Myers. We used to call her Myrtle the Turtle. Myrtle the Turtle in a girdle, if you will. But anyways, the reason she's been coming to me is because she's been one of my inspirations. And yeah, every Friday when she was married to my grandfather, Red, every Friday, my grandmother Myrtle would get beat up from the feet up, and he would put his lit cigarettes out on her back. This is a factual, true story. So the drama, trauma, and chaos that the corrupt 1% parasitical globalist elite made for poor families, poor unsuspecting families, through the prohibition. See, they had the prohibition. They played a game with people, okay? They said that we couldn't bootleg. See, they said, hold on a minute, listen to this. Who's there? It's the government. What do you want? You can't bootleg. Why not? It's illegal. Okay. Who's there? Corrupt Wall Street. What do you want? Do you want any Jack Daniels? Do you want any Boone's Farm wine? Do you want any wine? Do you want beer, Coors beer, Budweiser? You name it, we got it for you. Okay, so this is what happened, people. The globalist 1% parasitical corrupt elite, the purple mafia, they figured out that they could make money off of the booze industry and the news industry, so that's why they occupied it. I'm humbly Anna Anders here on this YouTube channel. All the cannon fodder for war coming from corrupt Hollywood actors, entertainers, sports people. They're never going to talk. The Illuminati agents and their handlers, the purple mafia, the big bosses, they're never going to talk about how they destroyed and devastated so many lives through the power of their global control and domination of alcoholism, drugs, tobacco industry, you name it. Tobacco industry was started by the Native American indigenous people. They had the tobacco here, the tobacco plants. And white man took over it. That's right, I said white man. They took over it to exploit the situation and to create corrupt Wall Street. So that's what manifested, folks. And that's what's happening. So if you're smoking those cigarettes today, you got to know that there's neurotoxins in those cigarettes. Neurotoxins. And I got to tell you, Anna Anders here, I used to be addicted and afflicted. I used to smoke. I used to drink. I used to smoke marijuana, okay? I used to do all that crazy shit too, once upon a time. And then once upon a domestic violence time, a severe domestic violence time, I got my ass beat up from the feet up, 7011 Virginia Avenue. Dwayne Anders will never talk about that. He'll go to his grave, most likely keeping those secrets, but he knows what he did to me that night. And I'm so grateful that my children were not home to see it. My father was there, though. My dad knows what he did. So my dad tried to make that 911 call, but my ex-husband ripped the phone off the wall. My dad went running down the street on Virginia Avenue to call the police, which he did. And I crawled out to the front porch. So that's how we would be celebrating our St. Patty's Day on March 17, 1990. But hey, the purple mafia, the prohibition guys, the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds, they don't want you talking about this shit. Those bad boys who bring in the heroin and the crack cocaine trafficking, they don't want you talking about this shit. They're too busy wanting to cover up their trails and their lies. See, they don't want you talking about Ariel Castro's license plate number that they had within 48 hours. Those girls, our family member and Amanda Berry and Michelle Knight, they suffered needlessly tortured times 10 years when corrupt politicians, corrupt 1% parasitical purple mafia globalist elite had Ariel Castro's license plate number. I'm humbly right on Seymour Avenue, actually where my grandmother Myrtle bought the house for my father. My father used to work hard, play hard, and he bought like over 20 homes. One of the homes happened to be on Seymour Avenue, right down the street from Ariel Castro's home. And my cousin Sandra still lives in it today. So, and Sandra lived there for the 10 years that Gina would be abducted and justice would be obstructed for Gina. So I'm Anna Anders on the YouTube channel. The truth needs to be spoken. Sacred truth and sacred honor for sacred healing for everyone, everywhere, from local to global. And that's it, folks. I don't need your approval. I don't need your approval to make peace flags anymore. I don't